Hey there, Tad Harger from Marketing for Hippies, and recording this video not about marketing but about trolling online and how to deal with it. So the first thing that should be said is, as a heterosexual white man living in North America, I don't get trolled a lot, and people don't come at me in the same way that I know people in positions other than me have to deal with. Women have to deal with creepy, predatory guys or strange messages from men they've never met, and people of color have to deal with an immense amount of racism. You get the idea. So, having said that, it still comes. There's still plenty of bad behavior online, and the first thing I just want to say is you've got to take care of yourself. You don't owe anyone an interaction. There's a woman who wrote an article with that title, and I'll see if I can put the link below. But you don't owe anyone that. We've got such limited time and energy in our lives. And I remember one day I was writing a letter to a fellow who just was trolling. His behavior was not courteous. And I just felt like he wasn't intending to, but there was a lot of racism inside of what he was saying. And I was trying to help him see that or challenge him on it, and he's just... Anyways, I finally was working on this email, and I realized it was going to take me another two hours probably to really craft it the way I wanted to. Then I realized I could spend that 2 hours with my mom, or really close friends who I really love and who are actually open to these conversations, open to being challenged. And I'd rather do that, And so I just didn't even send the email, and I just said, you know what, I've just got to block you at this point. And I make a distinction between if somebody has goodwill and just a difference of opinion, but they're open to really talking about it, then I'm open to engaging if I've got the time. But if not, if I get even the slightest whiff these days that they're just trolling and that's their only interest, I end the conversation, I block them, and I usually tell them why I'm blocking them. I say, look, this isn't about a difference of opinion, this is about a lack of courtesy, which ironically is... that lack of courtesy, that lack of treating other people like human beings is at the heart of so many of the oppressions that we see these days. So, it's my hope that maybe them knowing that me as a white man is saying, hey, that doesn't cut it. You're welcome in my space, but that is not welcome in my space. My hope is that might wake them up in a way that none of my articles or suggestions or thoughts could. Sometimes it takes a few of those. And and some people who are really into trolling, they live for the inflammatory response. They live for the creating drama. And you can engage as sincerely as you want, but from behind the computer screen, they're just trying to push buttons, and they're good at it too. So if it's affecting your mental health, you do not need an ironclad, case that you're going to make to them or the world as to why you need to step back. If it's frightening for you, if it's wearing you down, take a step back. And I would say to, white men like me, it's, I think it's on us to put in a bit more effort especially around racism or sexism, to address these things and to speak with other men about it and to challenge it online, because it's not going to hurt us as much as it hurts the people it's directed towards, actually. So so there's that too. And we've all got to figure out our own way to do this. How do we take care of ourselves, but also be a friend to the people who need us as friends? So I don't know if that's helpful, but this is how I've been contending with it or wrestling with it. I certainly don't have any particular advice for anyone else around this, but I would welcome you to share your thoughts below on how do you deal with this kind of trolling. Because on one hand, it's just easy to block everyone immediately if they disagree with you, and that's not healthy. But on the other hand, I've seen people's lives get totally consumed in conversations online, and I see the toll that it takes on them. And it breaks my heart to see it. So I'd welcome any of your thoughts below. Those are some of mine. I'll put a few links there. Comment below. Thanks, everyone.